Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel iTech Analytics Solutions. This is the complete Power BI DAX Basic to Advanced series. This is the sixth video, which is operators in DAX. These operators are the building blocks of DAX expressions, and let's understand the complete in-depth knowledge of these operators in DAX. So first let us understand what are DAX operators. So DAX operators are symbols or keywords which are used in formulas to specify operations or relationships. They form the core logic of calculations in Power BI. That means we actually use this DAX operators for various different calculations. And the type of DAX operators, what we have in Power BI is arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, text operators, and we have many more DAX operators. In text, we have and symbol, which we'll be seeing in the next coming slides. The different type of DAX operators. So mainly we use the arithmetic operators, which we use for perform mathematical operations. Example, we have plus mark for add, then minus for subtract, multiplication, divide, and we also have the power, the caret symbol, which is actually used for to the power of, or we also call it as exponentiation. Then we have comparison operators, which are actually used for comparing values, which in return will get true or false. We have equals, less than, greater than, or many more other operators, which I'll be showing you practically in the coming slides. Logical operators, which are actually used for combining or evaluating conditions. Example, we have this to and symbol and to pipe symbol, or we can use not, which is nothing but the and or not. And we have text concatenation operators, which is nothing but we can combine two different strings from two different columns by using this and symbol, which is also very common in Excel as well. Special operators, we can use in contains blank, which I'll show you in examples in the coming slides. So now what we'll do is we'll try to understand about arithmetic operators. So we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and exponentiation. So let's try one of the examples, say how to use these operators. So we'll go to our Power BI window, and I'm in this table view. So what we'll do is we'll take this new column and we'll try to understand how to use this arithmetic operators. Now let's say I'll take total sales equals, we'll take sales multiplied by, so this is one operator, multiplication, multiplied by quantity. So you can see that the multiplication, this is an operator. So we can change the operator. So we can use plus, minus, multiplication, division, depending on the calculations or the result what I need. So if I press enter, so we get the results in this particular column. Right, you can see that by using this operator multiplication, so we are multiplying sales and the quantity column. Right, comparison operators. Comparison operators are actually used for comparing two values, and the value or the result what we get is true or false. Commonly, it is used in conditional calculations and filtering, and we have the comparison operators equals to, not equals to, greater than or equals to, lesser than or equals to. Now we have some examples. Let's understand how these comparison operators work in DAX. Now let's say we'll go here, table tools. I'll create one column. And we'll try to use these operators. And I'll just say status 1 equals sales greater than 5,000. I'm just using this greater than. If you want, you can use greater than or equals to. If I say enter, the results what we get will be true or false. So wherever the values are greater than 5,000, so we'll get this true. You can go and filter and check. You can see all the sales value which are above 5,000 will be filtered here because I'm getting this true and the condition what I'm giving here is greater than or equals to, right? So let's clear these filters. Okay. Similarly, there are various other operators, so we can use that. So we have equals. Usually for the text column, we can use equals. Logical operators. Logical operators are whenever we want to combine multiple conditions, we can use this logical operators. We can use double AND symbol and double pipe symbol for and OR. So I'll show you with example. For example, usually whenever we have multiple conditions to check, so we can use this logical operators. So let's go to our Power BI window and let's take a new column and I'll give the column name as status. Status equals if region equals east. Now I want to check if the region is equal to east and the sales value is greater than or equals to 5,000, then we'll say target met. Otherwise, we should get the result target not met. When I press enter, wherever the values are, the region east and the sales value is greater than or equals to 5,000, we get the result as target met. Now let's go here and we'll try to filter only target met. Say OK. We can see there are 7 records which are filtered, wherein we have the sales greater than or equals to 5,000, and if you go and check the region, it is east. So likewise, we can use the logical operators and or for combining multiple conditions. So here, these examples, say whatever I'm giving, this is just to understand about the operators, but we are learning in depth of all these kind of formulas, the DAX functions in the coming sessions or say in the coming videos. Right. Text concatenation. Say, suppose if you want to combine two different strings, so we can use ampersand symbol. We have this and symbol or say ampersand symbol for combining two or more strings. Let's work on the examples. I'll go here to the Power BI window. Let me select this new column and we'll take the column name. Let's take it as region state. I'm just taking a column name as region state where I'll try to combine region and symbol. I'll give one separator here, hyphen, again and symbol. I'll take state, enter. So you can see that I've used this and symbol here. So this is and operator, or say we call it as text concatenation operator. You can see there is a new column which got generated using this and symbol here. This is nothing but the text concatenation operator wherein we combined region and state by using this text concatenation operators, right? So we have some special operators, that is we have in and contains. So what this in and contains do is, suppose if you think I want to filter some data or say filter some values, then I can use this in inside calculate, and also we can use this contains to check whether it contains that particular values. So let's work on this. Let me first work on this in, which will check if a value belongs to a set. Now let me go here to Power BI window, and we'll take a measure. Usually this works in measure. I'll take a measure here. Okay, so let me take the name as region sales equals, I'm just taking a say the measure name as region sales. Let's use calculate. It lasts for the expression, we'll say sum of sales is greater than or equals to, or say we'll just keep it as this expression sum of sales, comma, or we'll say filter, we'll filter the region in, we'll take east, west. So here we are taking sum of sales wherein we are trying to filter east and west in region. So here we have multiple values to filter. I'll say enter, there is a measure which get created by using this in operator, right? So whenever we are trying to get some values, so we can get the values which are filtered for east and west together, right? Now we have contains. Suppose if you think I want to filter the data or say check for a specific value in a column, then we can use this contains. So let's go here, new measure, and now we'll try to write a DAX, say DAX function for this. Just say region east. I'll just take region east equals contains. It lasts for the table. We have the table orders, comma. The column name will take region equals, or say comma. We'll just mention the value. So here we have the table, the column, and the value what we're trying to check. Say enter. So like this, we can actually use contains. Okay, so this is a special operators where we can use in and contains also, right? What are the best practices for using DAX operators? Let's try to understand what are the best practices for using DAX operators. Always check for data types before applying operators so that you can use the right operators, whether it is text, date, or numbers, or any other data type. So just try to check the operators and then use the appropriate DAX operators. Next, use parentheses for clarity and to control the order of the operations. Say we have various different operations. Sometimes what happens, we'll be using multiple calculations, say addition, subtraction, multiplication and all. So please make sure that the parentheses or the brackets we call it as will be properly given so that we'll get the right results. Test complex logic in smaller parts for debugging. So try to break the formulas into small calculations and then try to combine it. So that will give us more clarity of, or say more understanding of the calculations what we are giving. So that will be more easier for us to debug as well. Be mindful of dividing by zero in calculation. So this we'll discuss. So there are a lot of errors which we might get by dividing a number by zero. So at that time, what we have to do, there are various different functions which you have to use that I'll be discussing in our next videos. So conclusion and next steps, understanding DAX operators is crucial for mastering calculations. DAX operators are the building blocks for our expressions or the calculations what we do. So please try to understand the operators properly. In the next video, we'll try to explore the common mistakes and the best practices for writing DAX functions. So the next topic, as I mentioned, common mistakes and best practices for writing DAX. Right. So now, if you are actually looking for a better career in data analytics, please do contact us with the number given here, 9066078793. You can mail us to enquiry@itsinc.in. And if you want to get more free courses, and also if you want to explore more various different skills, then you can visit our website www.itsinc.in. And if you are watching this video first time or you are visiting our channel first time, please do follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. I hope this video was very useful for you people. If you think this video was good and it was useful for you, please give a like. And if you have any suggestions to give me, please do suggest us whatever you want to give the suggestions in the comment box. And if this video is useful for more other people, please try to share this for people who want to learn more on this DAX functions. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video.